Bokani Moyo, who is the head of Unscripted Content at Moja Love. Bokani, on a sad day like this, you come with, turnaround news. But thank you so much for joining us. Good afternoon.
Afternoon, Alicia.
No, tell us about today's prayer service. What was it all about?
So, 4 churches came together and then called on Moja Love to come on and partner as a broadcast partner for today's events. Basically, South Africa has been going through many difficult times. Recently, we had protests from women in regards to gender-based violence. So the churches have heard the call from the women and said they are partnering with women, with Moja Love, in calling on God to intervene. The massacre on women is untold. The numbers are crazy. And the explanation is also like nobody can explain it. So the call from the churches and the partnering with government for us was, here is spiritual leaders, government coming together to speak about an issue that speaks directly to Moja Love and would be the perfect partner to then broadcast the event.
Tell us a bit more about Moja Love. I hear you saying it's a platform for women to express themselves and to tackle those issues around women, but just for those who have not had access to it, a little bit of information background.
Moja Love is a black-owned channel run by women. We are on DSTV, channel 157. What we do, or what we seek to do, is to tell authentic African stories. And our target audience is black women between the ages of 18 and 45. Black women. Most of our viewers are Nguni speaking. Also a big portion Sutu. But what we look to do as a channel is to mirror what is happening in our society. So you'll see the content that we have on the channel. We've got a daily talk show with 4 amazing panelists, and we talk about everyday issues that affect women. And what affects women affects our men, our children, our community. And Moja Love reflects exactly that.
Now, talk to us about this partnership with government, Bokani. How did it come about, and what led to today's prayer session being held? And tell us about the different congregations that were part of this prayer session.
Archbishop Zondo started the initiative and called on other churches to partner with him. And then he also called on government. He called on the presidency to say we need to come together as a South African society and unite, because these social issues, these social ills affect us all. They do not care for class. Everybody in South Africa is affected by crime, the violence against women. So Archbishop Zondo then started the initiative, and fortunately the other churches came together. And
how was the turnout, Bokani?
It was amazing. We were there at 5 in the morning. And people were arriving. It's at Ellis Park, right near the train station.
Is it still ongoing now? Can people still go?
Yes, you can still watch. It should be wrapping up in the next, by like 4 p.m. It should be wrapping up. But people were arriving in buses, getting off the train. Mothers with young children, all excited to come together and pray.
Were men part of this gathering, though?
Yes, lots of men. That was very encouraging. Also, I must say, the speech by the Deputy President,
was very encouraging. Talk about?
He called on men, and including himself, to say it is men that are killing women. It is men that are beating up women. So that was very encouraging for me as a woman to hear a leader, a political leader speaking out and calling on his fellow men to come together and take charge and to stop it. And also taking ownership of the problem to say it is them men that are doing these things, and they are the ones that have the power to stop it. But also calling on everybody in society, women as well, to say let's come together and find solutions. It was really encouraging to listen to the Deputy President.
So do you think the objective was met then today, Bokani, in this prayer service?
I think it's a start. It's a start. We have to have the conversations. We have to start coming together. because it can't be us and them against each other.
Yeah.
So I think it's a definite good start. There was talk of having the same sessions around the country in the 9 provinces. So we're looking forward to that.
All right. It's a beginning of a movement.
It's the beginning of a movement.
Are we planning on it being an annual thing, and you're going to invite us as well?
Absolutely, absolutely. It has to be an annual thing. And around the provinces, it has to be, we divide the year over 9 provinces, and it has to be a constant thing. A constant session that happens.
And not just around Women's Month also, Bokani. Talk to us about that, because I think a lot of people use the value. They lose the value when you say to them, we're only going to observe certain things during a certain time. But what happens during the year? Because these things don't wait for that certain time of the year.
Absolutely. That's why I would encourage that this is taken throughout the country, because it won't happen in 9 provinces in August. So if we travel around the country with these prayer days, then it ensures that throughout the year we're talking about it, throughout the year we're coming together and discussing it.
You know, Bokani, my director says we absolutely have to wrap now. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon, and best of luck with the channel, and of course with everything that you're going to do with the prayer session. That is Miss Bokani Moyo, who is the head of Unscripted Content at Moja Love, talking to us about today's prayer that was taking place out at Ellis Park. It is wrapping up at 4